Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about something that I've been meaning to talk about for a long periodically time.
Period! 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 Period!
Which is my experience in Jordan. I know before I made a vlog showing my experience with Jordan, but I've yet to tell you the tale of when I was a wee girl and I went to Jordan. So today I will tell you that tale. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about my experience in Jordan, different things. I have categories listed on my computer, so if I keep looking like that, I'm looking at my computer to see what the category is. I believe, so the first category is diversity. Long sigh. So in my program, I was the only black person. Yes, the only melanated human being in my program, which was CT Jordan. Yeah, so that was an interesting experience. I actually didn't have a lot of trouble with the American students, or domestic students I guess I should say, who were in the program. I had more problems with the actual Jordanians, which is, I think, understandable since colorism exists everywhere. So basically I'm just going to talk about one experience that I had, to just, sum it up. But there were other things that I experienced, just the general microaggressions, general staring, general weird shit that happened to me, that as a black person you probably already can imagine. If you're the only black person, how many strange questions you would get, or how many stares you get, or whatever. So I'm not going to go into that because that's kind of obvious, but I'm going to specific experience I had. So basically there was this guy in my program who was friends with a friend that I had in the program. So this was a Jordanian girl who's very social. She kind of talked to everyone. And I had gotten close to her over the course of the program. So there's this boy who she was friends with, who's also Jordanian. They had been friends before or whatever. But he would talk to everyone in the program but me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder why he's not talking to me. Because I'm black, the fuck, obviously. Yes. So, on the last day of program, we're taking pictures. Snapping away, and I'm also posing away. And I'm taking pictures with my friend, who's the Jordanian student, who also, I should mention, had blonde hair, blue eyes, the whole, shebang. So I'm taking pictures with her, so I can remember this moment, remember her, And after I finished taking the pictures with her, her friend, who I never talked to, didn't even know his name, didn't even know he knew my name, didn't even know he knew that I existed. And he's like, I want a picture with you. And I'm like, that's interesting. And in the back of my mind, I kind of knew that this is weird. I'm thinking he probably wants a picture with a black person because he's never seen one. But my goodness, the Pisces in me was like, but maybe he just wants a picture of me, maybe he was just admiring me from a distance his whole program, and he felt all my amazing energy, and now he's finally like, oh my gosh, I should have talked to her this whole time, and now I have the opportunity to take a picture with her. She may be famous one day or something. I need to take a picture with her. So yes, I was like, fine, I'll take a picture with you, peasant. Just kidding. But yes, I agreed to take a picture with him, And so I'm standing there, and I also should mention this, that so for the beginning of the program I had my hair in box braids because I just figured it'd be easier to get my hair box braided so I wouldn't have to do it every day. And yeah, so I had my hair box braided the whole beginning of the program, and then after I took my box braids out, I washed my hair obviously, and then I put it in twists like these. This is my favorite style if you don't know. And yeah, so I had my hair in the twist for about a week, and then I was like, you know what? I've been missing my little poof, which is my hair when it's out. I call it that. And I just really want to show these people how black I really am, okay? Till I die. Till I fucking die. So, you know, I was like, I need to wear my hair out. I need to do a twist out. You know, I need to show these bitches who the fuck I am. So, you know, I take my little, you know, after an hour, you know, it's just like a fucking L'Oreal commercial, you know. My hair is blowing in the wind, you know. It looks beautiful, grease down to the scalp. Anyway, so, you know, my hair was looking so good, so juicy, so moisturized. And so I get in this picture because, you know, the celebrity I am, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna be famous in a few years, okay. So, and then this man has the fucking audacity. I'm sorry, I just need to take, okay. So he had the audacity to go like this to my hair, like make the shape basically of my poof. And he was like, it's crazy. And first of all, I was shook because I was like, first of all, I never heard you speak English. Like, you can speak English? Interesting. And then also, like, this is the first thing you've ever said to me or like about me is it's crazy. Third thing, I'm just like, again, with these white people, but they're not white, but they are, you know, always saying shit about my hair. And I was just taken aback to my middle school days where, you know, didn't have the best experience with my hair. So it was just a lot of things going on at once. And I was just there like, oh my god, he really did not say it. And like when he said it, I didn't have the time to, because you know, it's like when someone like calls you the N-word, or like you hear a white person say the N-word, and you're just kind of like shook. Like, unless you're around people who you can like, you know, be like, oh my god, and you all can be like, you know, team up and like fucking him or that person. You know, so I was just shook. I was just like, they took the picture. I was just like, you know, standing there. And then afterwards I walked off and I didn't really say anything. And then I went to my friends and I told them, I'm like, you won't believe what just happened. This guy, you know, who's friends with so-and-so, he came up to me, to my hair, and he was like, it's crazy. And he jumped in a picture with me. And they were like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, thanks guys. That's, you know, me too. I'm sorry too. But they couldn't obviously understand where I was coming from because most of them were white, and then also none of them had anything close to curly / kinky hair. The most they had was like a 2C. So obviously they couldn't understand where I was coming from. So I didn't really expect them. I just wanted to rant to someone, but they didn't even really allow me to rant. Like, you know when you rant to people and you like really want that, like, yes, like, I feel you, sis, like, yes, I get you. Theirs was just kind of like silence while I was like talking. There was no head nodding, no clapping, you know, like, yes, like, there was none of that. So I'm not thinking at my nose, I'm like scratching another part. But yeah, so after that, I went to this restaurant because it was the last day and we were all eating together. It was this restaurant that we went to a bunch of times. And I was like thinking about it all day because we didn't go to the restaurant till like nighttime for dinner. And we took the pictures in the morning. And I finally, like, while we were at the restaurant, I think it was either before or after, I can't remember, I texted the girl and I was like, look, like, your friend was completely disrespectful, like, this, that, and the other. Like, I told her everything, you know. And this was in fucking Arabic. So can you fucking imagine how hard it was for me to talk about my hair, which is something that I've learned, like, the words and everything for in English, and, you know, in this language that I just have spent 2 months learning. I had to, like, say, I basically just said, like, oh, this hurt me, you know, like, your friend like did this fucked up thing. Like basically I just said that. I couldn't really go into the reasons why my hair is so important to me, but I don't think she really got the gist. Because her response was like, oh, you know, we love you, like it was just joking, blah blah blah. And I'm like, it wasn't a joke though, like who was laughing? Yeah, so it was just very interesting, very interesting. And by interesting I mean not interesting at all. I just, yeah, and unfortunately I don't talk to her anymore, and we talked a lot in the program and we hung out a lot, but because after that I felt like she wasn't even like, because even when I walked away from the situation, you could tell that I was uncomfortable, and the fact that she didn't come up to me and say anything like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry, like, are you, or just like asking me if I was okay, or like, you good, like, so yeah, I was just like, I can't talk to this person who, you know, because I tried to explain to her and like she didn't really get it. So I'm just like, I can't be friends with you, like if you have friends who do shit like this, you know, because it's not even like, I'm like, there are black people in Jordan, and like even if there are black people, you know that he wouldn't do that to you, to your hair. You know, when your hair is slicked back, would he come up to you and be like, it's crazy? No, he came up to me because I got kinky hair and I'm black. Like, we know what it is. We know what it is. We know what it is. So yeah, I don't talk to her anymore. But yeah, that was my experience being a black person in Jordan. There were a lot of immigrants. Obviously, there's immigrants everywhere. But I did see a couple of black people like in passing. I didn't really get to talk to them. There's just one woman who saw my box braids and she was like, oh my god, those are so nice, where'd you get them done? And I was like, not anywhere here, sis. Like, I felt so bad, but you know, Jordan's such a small country, so there's not many people, and then obviously there's even a smaller amount of black people. So I felt bad for sis, because I can tell like the way, because it was her and her daughter, and like the way she was like, oh my god, like I could tell that she felt like she was like, finally I found someone, but like I was like, not here, I got this done in the United States, I'm sorry. But yeah, that was my experience with diversity. Hey y'all, I'm recording this shitty ass quality on my laptop. Let me see if I put it over. Okay, it looks a little slightly better. Yes. So even though I'm moving like Android speed, the fuck. Anyways, yeah. So this is part 1 of the video. I wanted to talk about other stuff in my experiences with spending, food, travel, clothing, scholarships, all that kind of stuff. That's gonna be a part 2. But because I spent so much time, because you know I had a lot to unload about the white government colonizers, I had a lot to say. So I had to make this one part just about diversity. And the second part will be coming soon, so look forward to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it made you laugh, but also gave you some insight about Jordan and CET. And if you do take the opportunity to go to Jordan, to travel there with or without CT, just take this into account, especially if you're a black person. Just knowing these things can be important, and I wish I had known them before I traveled to Jordan. But yeah, so make sure you press the subscribe. Make sure you press the subscribe button. Press the notification bell. Also, you know, to get those notifications, because YouTube algorithm be not working, sweetie. It doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, so press subscribe, press the notification, press the thumbs up. You know, I need those likes, I need those subscriptions, I need those notifications. You want to see me on your homepage, okay? You want to see more of me, press that. And please comment down below other videos you would like to see. I am a student, I am pre-med, I am an RA, I go to women's college, so if you have any questions, any interest in any of those topics, you want to see more videos about one or all those topics, please comment, please let me know. I'll also be putting my social media links down below. I have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but I'm not giving my Facebook out. I don't know why I said Facebook. Snapchat. Yes, you can follow me on all those. Yeah, so I'll be putting those down below in the description. And look forward to seeing you guys for part 2. Alright.